What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4 Episode 6 review. Okay, you guys, let's get into tonight's episode. So we started off with Melody and her cool Mo D hat. Wild Wild West. All she needed was the shades. But no, her outfit was cute. She had on all black. She was at this little restaurant, little Mexican restaurant, waiting on Kimmi and Stormy to arrive, who also showed up in all black, dressed in all black like the Omen. Yep, it's the Queen Bee. Yeah, let me stop. Okay, anywho. So they all meet up. They sit down, have drinks and tacos and stuff. And one thing I noticed about the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast, they don't have no problem eating on camera. You know, a lot of reality stars try to avoid eating on camera because, you know, you look crazy and people can make memes and shit out of you, but they be turning that food down. It actually made me hungry. So Stormy brings up her meeting with Tiffany, and she says that, you know, she don't want to have a problem with her, and that she felt like their talk ended off on a good note, and that, you know, she gonna try to work on her relationship with Tiffany. And I was like, well, you acting like you got a better attitude around them than you did with her, because you was really nasty to Tiffany. I don't really understand Stormy. It's like she got split personality, so I'm gonna leave her on the plank right about now. I don't know if I'm feeling her still or not. So then Kimmi asks Mel why was Kiki at the pajama party, because she was shocked by that. And Mel goes on to say that they have a mutual best friend, and that she's actually talked on the phone with Kiki over the years, and that she doesn't have an issue with her, so why not? Kimmi in her confessional says, I've never seen Kiki at Mel's events. I do believe there's a method to the madness. And I mean, we all know that there's a method to the madness. She brought the girl on the show to prove a point about Letitia and the stuff that Letitia says. So yes, it was very much calculated. If I was in her position, would it be something that I would do? Probably not. I don't know. It just depends on how much I care. But I mean, anybody would, like I said, 2 eyes and a brain would know that that was the reason of her asking Kiki to come film at the pajama party. But at the same token, we all know that Kiki came for a reason too, because she has her grievances with Tisha. Now, remember Mel said in that interview that she did with another YouTuber that she has invited Kiki to her events and stuff over the years. I mean, we did hear out of Tisha's own mouth in her interview that, or either on the show, I forgot which one it was, that, you know, Kiki was invited to a Christmas sleepover thing or whatever of Mel and Martell's back in the day. So, obviously, they have some type of relationship with one another. So Mel then tells, oh, let me go back, because Kimmi was making all kind of faces at Mel like, like, girl, you know damn well you don't fuck with Kiki like that. And this is my issue with Kimmi is, say how you feel in the moment instead of sitting there on mute and making faces. Then you want to run back to the other party and tell the other party, meaning Tisha, what's been going on and what's being said, but you don't have nothing to say in the moment. Like, if you call bullshit to the person's face. Come on, Kimmi. So Mel tells them about her meeting with Destiny and how that whole situation went about. And Stormy asks, will they ever be in a good place again? And Mel was like, absolutely not. Period, point blank. She was like, because Destiny knows how good of a friend I have been to her, and so the fact that she put that narrative out there in the world and is still going with that, then nah, like, I'm good. And in that case, I don't blame her. Y'all know all the tea that I spilled last week on Destiny and all the other stuff that came out. If you haven't watched those videos, make sure you do. But yeah, to me, Destiny, I can't trust her neither. Like, she gives me very much scammer. So, I don't know, child. So, Kimmi wants to have a housewarming party for Jalen, and she asks Melody, does she think she would want to come, considering there would be other people there that she don't really get along with. And Mel was like, who else are you planning on inviting? And of course it was the usual suspects, including Destiny and Tisha. And she says that she won't be inviting Martell. And Melody was like, you know, why not? Because I thought you said he was such a good man. He a good man, Savannah, a good man. And Kimmi was like, well, I'm not going to invite him because you asked me to not invite you to any place that he's going to be at. So I chose to invite you. And plus, he got a lot going on with him, and it just seems like drama follows him wherever he goes. And Mel was like, you know, I wish you would have had that energy when he was putting me through hell. You were saying how big of a heart he has, and he's such a good man. And Kimmi was like, and I do believe that he has a good heart. I still say that. However, you know, I'm trying to be respectful to your feelings and what you got going on, and I just don't want the drama around me. So Mel in her confession was like, now that Martell's shenanigans are affecting her, she wants to keep her distance. I'm like, welcome to my world. And we all know by what Mel meant about affecting Kimmi is with the statements and comments that Ariane has made on social media that Maurice was cheating with linebackers, you know, and I guess the fact that Martell didn't check her or didn't say it wasn't true. So now Kimmi feeling some type of way. And as far as my feelings go on that whole situation is, we all saw how Martell treated Melody on the show. We all saw it or whatever. We are filming the show with one another. Your ex-husband is friends with my husband. So Kimmi was put in a very precarious situation. So I understood why she still invited Martell to certain things over the years. And because she also was cool with him as well. And so now that he is basically like somewhat co-signing what Ariane is saying, she does have to keep her distance. But you keeping your distance, does that mean that Maurice has to keep his distance as well? Does Maurice have an issue with the things that were said about him and the fact that Martell hasn't disputed what Ariane said? Like, I'm not understanding these niggas. That's what make me feel like what is being said about them is true, because why won't Maurice or Marsau confront Martell like, yo, you need to get your baby mama in check, out here lying on me and shit, and the fact that you ain't checking her making everybody think that the shit is true, like now you fucking with my marriage type time. And the fact that they won't do that make me look at them sideways, like Martell really got some shit on them. It really makes me feel that way. So, I don't know. I don't think that Mel should have been upset with Kimmi. You know what I'm saying? I guess Kimmi was coming from the place of just trying to be neutral and not trying to get involved because she was friends with both of them. So, I don't know. So, where was I at? Mel then says that she will in fact come to the housewarming despite who's going to be there. So Destiny goes to Martell's house to visit and chit chat. Now, is this the same house him and Mel lived in, or is this a new house? Because I can't tell. This is the first time we'd been to Martell's house since they got a divorce. He finally let some cameras in. Maybe he finally just moved into a place. I don't know. So they sit in the kitchen as he's washing dishes, and of course she brings up Melody, and he asks about Melody, and she tells him what happened when they met up, and you know, tries to paint Mel in a bad light. And Destiny says, you know, she said, I feel like you should have cut him off. And Martell, you know, get to gasp, be like, oh no she didn't, oh my god. And so he was like, she's trying to turn everyone against me. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't believe that Mel is trying to turn everybody against you. I think that you play a big part in everybody having issues with you because of the shenanigans that you and your baby mama constantly pull. And once again, based off what Mel said in the interview, she said that she had been married to Martell for years before she ever heard of or saw Destiny. She didn't even know of Destiny until around 2015, 2016. So I'm looking at it from Mel's point of view. From what I got from what Mel was saying is that Martell and Destiny went to school with each other. They probably was cool during high school. Didn't really talk over the years, and then she moved back to Huntsville or whatever when she got with Blaque, and they met back up again, became couples friends. So with that scenario, if that scenario is true, then I understand Mel's feelings of, we were couples friends. Yeah, you went to school with him, but y'all wasn't friends like that. Y'all didn't talk on the phone. This wasn't his best girlfriend, or, you know, she was in our wedding. She was at our wedding. No, like, this was just somebody I went to school with and I was cool with. So all that, she knew him before, Mel, and all. Nah, nigga, it don't work like that. Y'all was just cool. Y'all went to school, but y'all wasn't besties or no shit like that. So with that being said, if, like I said, what Melody is saying is true, then if Destiny came back around in like 2015, 2016, and then they all became couples friends and shit started going down in each of their relationships, and Mel, you know, made her own decision to not really communicate with Blaque. She cut off all communication when she saw the things that were going on in their marriage that was hurting Destiny. And the fact that Destiny sees what Martell does to Mel and continues to be around him and be cool with him, that would bother me too, because we see the shit that he put her through, and ain't no way in hell I could be friends with anybody that would treat not only their ex-wife like that, but the mother of their children like this. It's just certain things that I don't fuck with and I don't tolerate. I don't give a fuck who you are. So we'll find out more on that whole situation, I guess, at the reunion. So I can't wait to get everything laid out and squared out as far as that is concerned. So Destiny then goes on to say that Mel ran like she always does. I was like, that girl did not run. She came, she checked you, and she pieced the fuck out. I hate when people tell the story and then they want to put 10 on 20 to try to make it seem like they got one up on the other person. So Martell was like, you know, I wish she had a better heart. You don't try to hurt people. And I'm looking at the screen like, I know you lying, broke tail. I know you lying, talking about hurting people. You the king of hurting people. Boy, sit down somewhere. I think that soap must have got to your brain or something. So then we see Wanda going to Tisha's house to talk about the food truck with Tisha and Marsau. And child, I don't know what in the hell Wanda had on. She came in there looking like the abominable snowman. Let's start from the hair. Mama had her a fresh finger wave done, but you could tell she got her finger waves done with them little silver clips that they used back in the day. Then the finger waves moved back into what looked like some type of little French roll updo in the back, child. She had her bat wing, dark wing duck lashes on. Then she had this scarf on that was giving me the shit you would put around a Christmas tree. Is it garland? No, that's not what it's called. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Then she had on this court gesture two-tone puff sleeve peplum denim jacket. Jesus, where did she get that from? Like, that's some shit that you find like at Rainbow. That's that stretch denim, child. That shit ain't made out of nothing but stretch. That shit ain't even denim, my nigga. Then she had on her jeans with the wash on them and the ripped parts. And then she had on her fake generic white, clean, fresh white fake Ugg boots, baby, that she looked like she got from the local Walmart, child. You couldn't tell Wanda she wasn't doing it and doing it well, baby. She looked a goddamn mess. But, baby, she was serving the children. What I do not know. So Marsau ain't even there or whatever to talk about the damn food truck, but she goes on to show Tisha that she got her business license. Congratulations, that is a good thing, you know, despite how I feel about Miss Wanda. That is great. So she then asks Tisha, is Marsau going to invest in the food truck? And Tisha was like, well, he was upset about some of the things you said when we last met up, but, you know, I pull Marsau in the direction I want him to go. Tisha, if you pull Marsau anywhere, bitch, I pull Marsau somewhere. Girl, you ain't got no control over that man. You got about as much control as I got over my edges. So Tisha tells her mama that her and Kimmi sat down and talked, and Kimmi explained the comment that she made at the reunion that if they weren't family, she wouldn't be friends with her. And Wanda go say she meant that. And Kimmi did mean that shit. Girl, she wouldn't bit more food with Tisha. So, Tisha then tells Wanda about the whole Kiki situation at the pajama party. And Wanda say she a snake. She a snake. Now, remember in that live I showed you a few weeks back when Wanda got on her Instagram live and she was basically making it seem like Tisha and Kiki have never had a problem their whole 25 years of being around each other. And come to find out, they've been beefing since they linked up at the age of 13. Tisha then says that she feels like I'm living the life she's supposed to be living. And I was like, ooh, now that is a whole shade tree. Now you're causing more issues between you and your cousin, because them fighting words for a person to say that they family feel like they should be living a life that she's living. Ooh. So Wanda was like, I told you, never trust anybody that buys shoes without a shoebox. I don't know what the fuck that meant. And Tisha didn't know what the fuck it meant. Hell, Wanda didn't even know what the hell that meant, because she was sitting there looking like, what the fuck did I just say? Jesus Christ almighty, this lady is crazy. So Wanda did say, I think Kimmi kind of shaved some of the snake off her, because if anybody should have been coming back telling you what was said, it should have been your cousin, not Kimmi. So Tisha was like, so you don't think Kimmi a snake no more? She was like, nah, I ain't saying all that. I just said that she shaved some of the snake off of her. Like, this lady don't know how she feel from one second to the next. She goes wherever the wind blows. So Wanda was like, Kiki better watch herself, because when she say your name, she's saying my name. And Tisha was like, mama, like, please don't do that. Like, please don't say nothing to this girl. Like, just leave it alone. But we all know that Tisha know exactly what she doing when she go run to her mama, telling her mama stuff, because her mama is her pit bull in the skirt. And her mama is her mouthpiece, because Tisha don't want to get her hands dirty. Girl, okay, girl. And I'm looking at the screen like, Tisha, you know damn well what you're doing. You can't tell no woman with finger waves and a French roll not to start no drama. Her whole life is drama. Her hair is as hard as a rock. She angry all day long. She ain't getting no oxygen to the pores of her hair follicles, lady. That lady is angry. Her hair is hard as a brick, lady. So you know damn well a person that still wear finger waves and a French roll is always prepared to fight. So have several. So Mel visits Tiffany at work, and they discuss the kids and everything. And we find out that when Tiffany had one of her kids, she bled a lot afterwards. So she needs to learn more about her medical history if she and are in fact gonna try to have another child. She only has the history from her mother's side, which she found her mother years ago, but she still doesn't know who her father is. So she says that she wants to go find her dad. She knows that there's information, or he may be in Utah, and she tells Mel that her and Louie are going to go look for him. And Mel was, you know, saying how she's a detective. She's known to find out information. So Tiffany then invites Mel to come, and Mel is super excited to be a part of the trip. We then see Wanda going to Kiki's house to confront her. Now, mind you, Kiki has moved into a new home, so there's boxes everywhere, but she is dressed, honey, like she just got off work. She got her makeup on, she got her hair did, she got a little outfit and necklaces on. And I'm like, who has on a full beaten outfit like this if they trying to get their house in order? Because the first thing that comes out of her mouth when they sit down is, excuse my house. If I would have known you were coming into town, I would have been more on guard. And I'm like, you can tell she knew the filming, because everybody knows y'all have a call time. You know exactly who you're going to meet at what time and what you're going to talk about. So, okay, Kiki, but you know, it's a rookie mistake. So Kiki was like, you know, I got to unpack my wine glasses, because she offers Wanda a glass of wine. And she was like, I got to unpack my wine glasses, so I'm being a little hood rich right now. And Wanda was like, hood rich or hood bitch? And Kiki was like, I'll leave the hood bitching to you. And this is when I started to stand Kiki. Kiki is no longer Ving Rhames on this channel. I was like, come on with the sassy comeback. She don't give a fuck if this her auntie. I was like, all right, Kiki got a little spice to her. Okay. So I was just like, just patch your upper lip, girl, because the upper lip was sweating. I know them lights and stuff was doing a lot to her. So Kiki said, you know, that she been wanting to talk to Wanda for a minute now, honey. So Wanda then confronts her about what happened at the pajama party and says that they all some messy women's. And Kiki was like, you telling me that is the pot calling the kettle as black as your jacket and them tights? That was the second one where she got Wanda ass together. And then we get hit with a confessional look from Kiki, and I was so surprised. Her hair looked nice. Her makeup was 10 times better. Her outfit was, you know, cute. I was like, okay, she pulling it together now. All right. So Wanda tells Kiki that she doesn't backstab her family. And then Kiki then brings up what Tisha did to her, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, when she told Melody and Martell, you know, her business on what she was going through. So Wanda was like, how long ago did this happen? And Kiki was like, 4 or 5 years ago. Wanda said, wait a minute, bitch. Because, wait a minute, y'all. She said, wait a minute, bitch. I mean, bitches. And she was like, that's just damn stupid. But it was the fact that Wanda messed up and called her damn niece a bitch. She said, wait a minute, bitch. Whoo, that tickled me. Wanda was like, that's stupid to me, which it is. And I told y'all that, like, why is you bringing up shit for 4 or 5 years ago that y'all supposedly had already talked about and squashed? You used that as a storyline to get on the show and have beef with your cousin. But okay, girl. So Kiki says that she and Tisha have been having issues since they were 13 years old. And the reason why she thinks that is because she wasn't allowed to come around them. So we learned that up until the age of 13, she wasn't even allowed to go around Miss Wanda and them side of the family. Because Wanda and Kiki's father are brother and sister. But Kiki and her father and her family grew up in a more affluent side of town. They had a little bit more money and things going on from them, whereas Wanda and them lived in the projects. So Wanda even says, because we came from the projects and y'all had this and that, so they thought they were better than us. And I'm like, okay, so I don't know if that's how it was or not, but we've all seen how Wanda acts and how she puts her feelings off onto Tisha and feels like everybody else around her is supposed to think and feel how she does. So I don't know, because we have not met Kiki's family, so who's to say they didn't act snooty or what? I don't know. So Kiki was like, but I still reached out to y'all. I believe that y'all took that out on me and tried to compare me and Tisha and tried to make her feel like you gotta do better than me. And I think 100% that is in fact true. I believe every word that Kiki is saying. I do believe that Wanda probably took her feelings about Kiki's father and his success out on Kiki when she came around, because we've all seen Miss Wanda do that with Melody and Tisha's kids by comparing their looks and their hair and stuff like that. So I can very much see her comparing Kiki to Tisha, saying Tisha got long hair, Tisha, you know, prettier, or whatever the case may be. I can very much see that being the true tea, as well as I can see on Kiki's end where maybe her father was like, well, that's why we got more money and my daughter's able to do this and that. So it's more so the parents' problem than it is Tisha and Kiki. They are just the casualties of this war that their mother and father have placed them in. So then Kiki also says, you know, is Kiki house is this big and Tisha house is that big. Well, Kiki rent her house and Tisha own her house, and that seeps into me and Tisha's relationship. What really irks me is when you and my dad argue. Y'all like to say, well, Kiki is jealous of Tisha and Tisha is jealous of Kiki, and I am sick of it. I have had it up to here of that. And I 100% agree with Kiki. I believe once again everything that she is saying. And actually, this scene made me really like Kiki, because now we get into the meat and the potatoes of this whole situation. And let's not forget when Marsau made that comment about Tisha being from the other side of the tracks and how much that affected her. So you can tell that Tisha, and growing up without money and stuff and feeling less than, plays a big part in the way that she acts and behaves. So Wanda was like, you shouldn't take that out on Tisha. That's not Tisha's problem. And Kiki was like, I don't think that it is. Like, Wanda sat there with the guilt expression on her face the whole time that Kiki was talking, because she knew that what that girl was saying was true, and that her and her brother were the real problems. But instead of accepting that and taking responsibility, she still tried to blame everything on Kiki. And Wanda was like, you know, I told Tisha, don't fool with them bitches. And Kiki was like, I wouldn't fool with them dogs neither. Because Kiki was looking like, I know you ain't trying to call me a bitch again. Like, you got me fucked to the up. Let me tell you something. Wanda thought she was coming over there to check Kiki, but came over there and got her ass checked. Cha-ching. I am officially a fan of Kiki. Yes, ma'am. So then at the end of the episode, we see Tiffany set up a romantic dinner for her and hey at an Airbnb. And I'm like, why y'all ain't having it at your house? Oh, I forgot their house is cluttered with just a bunch of bullshit, and their house is ugly on the inside. So, but Tiffany looked cute. However, he was very shocked and surprised by her, you know, little romantic dinner. She had a saxophonist playing and a chef there to cook, and they sit down to eat, and she brings up wanting to bring Mel on the Utah trip, and then goes on to say that she just wants to make it a girls trip now. And Louis felt some type of way. You could tell his feelings was hurt, especially when she got to saying that she needs somebody like Mel to be there, because Mel is more assertive and will get to it and, you know, ask all the questions that she won't feel comfortable enough to ask. And she also goes on to say that Louis is more reserved and allows her to be the mouthpiece, and in this instance she doesn't want to be that. So you can tell that kind of like emasculated him a little bit, like, you don't think that I can step up for you? So he was feeling some type of way about that. And she then brings up them having a baby, and he like, we got other things we need to worry about, and it was just left kind of like on a cliffhanger a little bit. And then they show us what's going to happen on the rest of this season, and I'm like, child, what are we in for? It seems as if there is going to be more drama between Kiki and Tisha. The photo that was surfacing about Marsau being photographed in a hotel bed makes it onto the show. Wanda confronts Tisha about it. That will be spoken about. We see Tisha confronting him about the picture. We then see Kiki and the whole family at an event, and Kiki goes to expose Marsau cheating, and Marsau flips the fuck out. Tisha crying. It's a whole big old mess. We then see the argument between Tisha and Mel and Stormy and Destiny. We're gonna see more marital issues between Tiffany and hey. Seem like she ain't over there fucking him. She tired of picking up your stomach to find your dick. That's why y'all ain't been fucking. So then we also see the ATL boys trip, where I told you Petrova, whatever this lady name is, that's supposed to be allegedly Martell's little boo thing, is there. And I believe she's on camera. I think they did pan the camera on her in the teaser trailer. Also, did you guys peep that none other than YouTuber Keisha Kaylee was there at the ATL boys party? And I'm looking like, what in the hell is Keisha doing on this damn show? Where is Jeremy? I'm like, girl, what, you trying to be a new person on the show? You trying to be a part of the Huntsville cast or the spinoff for Atlanta? Because we all know Jeremy stay cheating on your ass. Had a whole baby on you and you still going back. But I don't even watch her channel no more because that girl is just diabolical and crazy. But cute kids though, but she's a fool. Anywho, so yeah, she's making an appearance on the show talking to Marsau in the scene where Marsau talking about he need to find his ring. And yeah, child, it seems like this second half is gonna be even better than the first half. We shall see what happens and what all is said. Can't wait for Love and Marriage DC, which will be premiering next month on May 14th. I have one more interview with another cast member on that show, and then I have some other things in the works for you guys as far as interviews. So let's talk down below in the comments section about tonight's episode. What did you think? What you feel? Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. Also, before we go, you guys, make sure that you check out my 2 new word search puzzle books. One is titled Hip Hop Raised Me, and it features all of the rappers' names from the late 70s up until now. It is so cute. It's so much fun. If you're a hip hop head and love hip hop and the culture as much as I do, this would be a great word search puzzle book for you. It's something to keep in your purse or your book bag, something to do when you're bored, something to travel with. It'll make a great gift to somebody who's a hip hop lover or a word search lover, as I am. And it will be great to just have in your house for other guests or whatever. And then I have another word search puzzle book titled Luxury Labels, which lists every designer known to man from A to Z. It is so stinking cute. These also make great coffee table books because, of course, I put my foot in these covers. Shout out to my graphic design artist, Catrice. Okay, you guys, I love you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.